Hey everyone, thank you for coming back for another Let's Look At. If you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button down in the bottom right corner of the screen there. Become a subscriber and check me out on the um, social media platforms that I have illustrated there for you at the bottom of the screen. I'm on Instagram, Reddit, YouTube, and Twitch, all at Christian Wolf Art, and I'm posting stuff all the time, trying to grow on here just like everybody, you know. Today we have, I believe it's issue one, book one of Harley Quinn, which is Batman White Knight Presents, which is a Sean Murphy Batman title. This is a branch off. I believe Katana Collins there is Sean Murphy's wife, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I heard it somewhere. I may have even read it somewhere. I believe that's her. And I'm not going to double check. I'm just going to stick to my guns on that hearsay. So, yeah, Katana Collins, she is Sean Murphy's wife, I believe, writing this issue. Sean Murphy helped probably co-write that, or, you know, she based it off of Sean Murphy's script from White Knight that he solely writes. And then, you know, this is what I'm getting to mostly here is Matteo Scalera's artwork, which is featured in this run of Harley Quinn. Now, you may know Sean Murphy's artwork. Eventually, I'm going to do a video on some of his stuff. He's done Tokyo Ghost. He's done, and I mean, he's an illustrator. He's a comic book illustrator. He pencils, inks his own stuff. He did Punk Rock Jesus, which he wrote and illustrated. He's done Joe the Barbarian. He's done, like I said, Tokyo Ghost. He's done Chrononauts. He's done so much stuff, and he's done so much good stuff. Sean Murphy, in my books, is one of these rock stars of today. And like I've mentioned in other videos before, that European style that I'm very hung up on, and I'm a super big fan of you know, of the look and aesthetic. Him, Sean Murphy, and Matteo Scalera both kind of have that look to their artwork. So very fitting that obviously Sean Murphy wanted to do some art or do some work collaborating with Scalera here. And I know this isn't their first time collaborating. I'm pretty sure they've done variant covers for a series of comic books that both of them have worked on together. Anyway, they're two of my favorite uh, artists, writers, creators in the industry today. And when I saw that they had created this, I got pretty excited. Definitely made a mental note that I wanted to do a video of this comic once I was able to get my hands on it. And I mean, for the last 2-3 months, that's all I've seen on their Instagrams, both Sean Murphy and Scalera's, is just advertisement and promotion for this book. Anyway, let's get into it. It's solid artwork across the board. If you like Matteo Scalera's style, then you're going to see a lot of that good stuff right here, right now. So strap in and we'll go through for the next 7-8 minutes, all right? Check it out. Let's make this full screen here. All right, let's go through it, shall we? So book one. Now, if I don't think I've done a video for any of Matteo Scalera's work, so that's why I wanted to get one up here already, and I might as well start with something brand new that he's putting out. This guy is, you know, he's in his prime right now. 30-year-old, like mid 30-year-old artist. You know, he's been on the scene for over 10 years. He's got his style established. People absolutely love him, you know. Did Black Science. Sorry, I did do a video on Matteo Scalera a couple weeks ago, Dead Body Road there. So you are familiar with his style, and as I've explained in that video before, he does brush inking technique with watered down ink, and then I think the colorist just comes in with an overlay or a multiplied layer in Photoshop and gives it that watercolor kind of finish. But a lot of the textural stuff you're seeing in these pages, you know, a lot of that textural stuff is created right from the inking and water brush inking technique that Matteo Scalera, the artist, is putting down. Um, as you've seen with his other artwork, his composition is fantastic. The way he fills space, the way he keeps your eye looking around the room, the little details, the simplicity in all of it is really what gets me, you know? There's a lot of complexity there as far as moving your eye around the room, drawing characters anatomically, you know, drawing them with the little special effects and details on them. But, you know, none of this stuff looks cluttered. He knows when to pull it back and then push it forward, you know, where detail's concerned. Draws action, fantastic. I mean, oh, I can't get enough of this stuff, guys. Here's Harley Quinn and Joker in another origin story, long before their days of crime began. I just read this first issue. Pretty cool. I don't really want to spoil it, as that's really not the intent of these videos. But basically, you'll learn after a few pages that this whole scene is a flashback, and a present-day Harlequin is regaling her children about their father, the Joker. We won't say what happened to him. Anyways, Batman makes an appearance in the first few pages. You know, just in standard comic book tradition. You know, we gotta have an excuse for a giant splash page and a bunch of crazy action, right? Although this first issue is heavily relied on the the amount of communication between the characters as they're trying to establish as much of the story as humanly possible. Anyways, back to the artwork. It's absolutely fantastic. It's lit well, it's drawn well, the camera's moving all over the place. It's keeping you intrigued while you're reading all of this dialogue, you know. Harlequin and Jack Napier are chilling underneath the table, hiding away from the bats while he kicks the shit out of everyone in the strip club. Joker vanishes just like the bat, just in the nick of time. Leaves his calling card for old Harley. And like I said, she's regaling the story to her little kids there. So I love Matt's. I don't know if he goes by Matt Scalera. I love his work so much. Everything he draws is perfect, in my opinion. Oh wow, that foot is awesome. Oh man. So can you guys see the? I'm sure I'm not obviously the first person who ever stressed, you know, how important it is to understand anatomy and how it works. But in order to draw things so simplistic, right, yet so believable and exact, so without a doubt you know what you're looking at. In order to do that, you need to go back and really study anatomy, right? Like I've said in other videos, in order to break the rules, you got to learn them first, you know, in and out. Boy, that's a nice drawing of a foot, I'll tell you. Everything he does is so damn good. Remember I was saying how much I love those stairwell shots? There's another one. It's like he could have set up that shot with her and the hyenas shutting the door, you know, putting her kids to bed anyway, right? But man, I feel like if you have a staircase in the room or in the house that your character's in, show angles from the stairwell. It just, there's no reason for it. It doesn't necessarily make anything better, but it looks cooler. And it's better than not doing it. this page would look not as good if he didn't do it. I don't know. It looks so fucking awesome. You know what also I love, or another thing that I really love is that nowadays TVs are flat and you can literally just draw them and the details of the TV right onto a rectangular surface just sitting there in perspective. You know, you draw a TV 20 years ago, it's some big clunky box. Even 15 years ago, it's some big clunky flat screen. Now it's just like you just draw a little square on a wall, and there you go. Or in some sci-fi comics, they draw those like floating monitors. There's like hologram monitors just floating, kind of emitting from a. It's simple. Sci-fi. I think you can get away with more than anything. That's why I'm gonna write sci-fi books because I want to cut as many corners as possible. I don't want to draw big, clunky, ugly stuff. I might take that rant out of this video. Probably going to do that. Anyway, Harley Quinn always surrounded by her hyenas. I don't think there's a scene in this entire comic where they're not in there with her. She says in this page that her kids are her kids, her babies are her hyenas. So she's prioritized, the roles of all the things she looks after. All the individuals she's responsible for. Anyway, like I said, I'm not here to spoil the story. I just want to look at the artwork, and I want you to look at it too. I'm only doing these videos, so that you yourself, you don't always have to keep coming back to them. You yourself can get into the habit of building your repertoire and um, looking for inspiration for your own art endeavors. Or building up a habit of going and looking for inspiration in the right places. You know, as you start to develop a style and you start to, think of how you want to get your ideas across, you may need the guidance of some of these professionals who have a style and a consistency to their work so that you can look at their body of work and start to draw your own conclusions as to how you're going to get there on your own with your own end result. That's my goal here is I study up. I've got about 10 artists and I kind of, a lot of them are similar, but through those 10 artists, I'm drawing all my conclusions as to what I like the most, how I would prefer to tell a story, what needs to be there in a comic, what doesn't. So, in me doing this, hopefully what you take away is not only some appreciation for some great artists and great books that are out there, but you also start to think in terms of, how do I want to build my product, my book, my pages. How do I want to control my audience's experience as they read through the pages? Anyway, it's 13 minutes. I'm going to cut this up, call it quits. Go get this book, or wait till it comes out in a volume and get that, and then go to a convention and get it signed by these guys. And go tell them how awesome their freaking work is. Anyway, I'll link all this stuff down in the description if you want to get your hands on a copy. Or you can probably go to your own local comic book shop. I believe this book is being sold in trade right now. So this is no classic. This is new material. Probably produced and all in 2020. So anyway, thank you for stopping in, people. If you haven't already, subscribe. Grab that little wolf down in the corner. Become a wolf cub, okay? In my wolf pack. All right. Man, this shameless self-promotion it's not a natural thing for me to do, but I'm getting used to it, and it's starting to roll off the tongue a little less rigidly. All right. Follow me on Instagram, Reddit, and Twitch, all at Christian Wolf Art. On Twitch, I stream 3 nights a week. I'm trying to adhere to that schedule as the best I absolutely can, but it's Monday, Wednesday, and and Friday night. Okay, if you got nothing better to do, come watch me draw. Come talk to me. We can talk shop. We can refer to some of these videos, and you can tell me how much I suck or how awesome I am or what more I could do, or let's work together, make each other better. I need help, and I'm sure some of you need help. If you're interested in these videos and they're helping you artistically, then I'm sure they're helping you. So you know let's let's show some love for one another. But you got to communicate with me in order for me to do that. So communicate with me. All right. Anyway, I'm out. Enjoy your day. Enjoy this book when you get your hands on it. Bye.